So, next step. The init script adds a little bit more work, but it's really easy. Init script is built really easy and it's clearly, and we can actually just copy paste both init scripts into one and just make sure that nothing is double in there, and it's done with a little bit more thinking. So what is the init script? As you all know, this will be the file which init.d is then executing. Init.d has 3 functions it needs: start, stop, and restart. And with these 3 functions, we need to do stuff. So in case of start, we execute start, which is somewhere here, start. In case of stop, we execute stop. In case of restart, we execute stop start. Even cooler. Okay, but I want to show you something with the paths here. Paths are really cool because we have in the original file we use, I'll show you that here. We use the app home in OPC PLCnext Apps home. This is where all your app data will be. And this is dedicated for containers. But there is actually a second partition on the SD card for us, for the user, which is quite large. And I thought, since we use databases and Node-RED, why not use the large partition? We are allowed to do that. It's just, yeah, let's do it. And I can show you, you'll find this online. The second partition is located here. It's located at /media/card/user here. So I'll just change the path. And I changed the path for the temporary data file. Okay, so we changed these 2 paths here to make sure they are not in the dedicated Podman partition, which is existing. No, they are in the user partition, which is way larger. Cool, cool. Everything else is default. It's the same thing in both files. Okay, so then we scroll down a bit. This is all default stuff here. Default. I will actually turn off myself so you can see the whole screen. This is all default stuff here. No, that's not. I make sure that the paths are actually created here, MK here. Those are these paths, because in the default case, the paths are there because the system makes sure they are there. Since we changed the path, we cannot be sure that they're there. So make sure you create those 2 paths. Everything else is already in the file. It's just a copy paste work. Already in the file. Okay, what else is happening here? It's just hi. So what do we do? When starting, we install Podman. We load Podman Compose into Podman containers, and we tag it. Okay. Now we will check if the app is already installed. This is done with a simple file check, docker app install. If this file is not existing, we need to install the app. If it's existing, the app is installed. Let's handle the case with we need to install it first. So if this file is not existing, go to the else here, and this shows us some echo here. Okay, now we're copying the data from our app path. This is where the app is just waiting for us to be executed, into our app home data folder. Okay, we copy everything which is in there. Now we change some access rights. Again, I did not invent that. I just used the information from the original initscript.sh. Afterwards, when we copied everything, we can start loading the first Node-RED containers here, loading the Node-RED containers into the Podman image store. So we load the containers, which are the app data path, images, and again, Node-RED image file name. Just have to check something here. No. Make sure you use the right file name here, because those are again from the environment variable. Node-RED image file name. There it is. Okay? Just make sure you use the right one. We load the Node-RED images. Afterwards, we try to remove obsolete tarballs from Podman load. Again, I did not invent it. It's just, it was in there, so I used it again. And then I load the MariaDB images with the same command. Just use the right image file name here again. And again, remove tarballs. Next, it's simple copy paste from the original file. This is here the Node-RED volume is prepared. That's something we copy some certificates and change some rights again. This has to do with when we use HTTPS with volumes. We need to make sure that everything works correct here. Okay. We do the same with the MariaDB volume. We change some rights, make sure the access rights are correct, and that's it. Afterwards, we can actually cd back into that folder and start up docker compose up -d. This will grab the Podman compose file and start the whole Podman compose file, which is this one. So it now has the images loaded. It will start the Node-RED, will start the MariaDB with the own networks, and everything is there. Okay. Then it will also just logs. Installation finished. And one thing here, the file is created, docker app install. With this file, we tell on a restart, we tell it we are already installed. And that's what happened here. So it's with the first check, are we already installed? Yes, so we just need to do the whole access right stuff we did below, and then we can immediately start Podman up initsd. In the stop case, we need to figure out, that's here, we need to figure out, are we rebooting the controller and we want to do nothing actually, or are we actually stopping the container? When we stop a container, in this case, it always means you want to delete the data. So when we stop the container, we unload the images from Podman, or remove it basically, and remove the whole data folder. Let me make myself visible again. Okay, so that should be it. We have successfully merged the folders. That was not a big challenge. Successfully merged the environment variables. Also was okay, I guess. Created a new or a fixed PLCnext as an app info JSON, and we merged or created this docker compose file, merged the initscript file. And now we need to create a new app. So the structure is a given. Now we need to create a new app.